Hello, and I'm here to provide you some update on what's been happening, where's the streams, YouTube uploads, and what's not, where I've been. Well, let's just jump right into the information, news, and the important stuff. So, while I'm working on Quasimorph as a QA, the reason I wasn't really been streaming these days and uploading it to YouTube that usually what I stream is I was playing Path of Exile 1. Why? Well, because Path of Exile 2 is coming very, very soon on December 6th, and obviously I'm super excited. I spent a decade, more than a decade, I believe, playing this game. From time, of course, not every league, as you can see, there's various trophies and what's not, but I'm coming back to the game, like, from time to time. So yeah, I'm obviously like super pumped for it, ready to do content streams and what's not, even though I'm not a certified Path of Exile creator and what's not. And to be honest, Path of Exile streaming on Twitch wasn't really that fruitful for me, but we'll see what happens with the second game, and was definitely looking forward to just experience again a brand new RPG like that, of that scale. And yeah, there's just a lot of things going on in regards of waiting for that day. The second thing is I will be streaming, and I don't know if I'm going to be uploading anything on YouTube for the Path of Exile 2, because, just raw gameplay of Path of Exile is just, or any ARPG, is kind of weird. So usually you want some well-edited guides or well-edited footage of fails, the funny moments and what's not, some highlights. I don't have a video editor, so unfortunately I don't know, like I probably, if you want to see me from my perspective playing and enjoying Path of Exile 2, I recommend checking my Twitch channel. But yeah, there's another exciting game coming very soon in December 3rd, and it's a global release of this anime XCOM, the game that's Girls Frontline 2, the sequel to the Girls Frontline. It's been exclusive to China version, and now it's been just in a few days globally going to be released. Again, it's a gacha. There's some like lewdness involved, I guess, with the skins and what's not, but basically, my goal is simple. I want to see how the gameplay is cool, challenging, and what's not, if it's just a power creep of stats and some depth in the mechanics and battles. If nothing of sorts, of course, I don't really intend to stick to that game much, really. But yeah, I will give it a try. I want to see what it is. It might replace one of my existing gacha games, who knows. And again, I will be definitely trying it out on stream, and like we got a few days before the Path of Exile 2 release, right? So we'll be able to stream it until then and upload probably on YouTube too. So this is two things. There's a few tactical strategy games that's been unfortunately being released, and I would definitely cover them if I was not playing Path of Exile 1 right now. But it's okay. They're in my wishlist backlog, and activated keys and bought games, like anything. I'm prepared. But let me explain now. I'm super happy, and just like I feel refreshed because I've been basically playing offline a lot after the work. So Path of Exile 1. First of all, yeah, I just wanted to refresh my memory, skills, and what's not. It's been 2 years or so since last time I played. I think the last league, you can count by wiki or whatever. My last league that I went all into the challenges, as you can see here, is Incursion, I believe. So yeah, I missed a lot of exciting leagues. Yeah, I know. Now that it's all happened, yeah, like there's plenty of exciting leagues been happening after that. And some of them I already can experience, of course, in a main game. They're integrated into the current version of the Path of Exile 1. But here comes the main thing that I've been doing. For the first time ever, I decided to try Ruthless, hardcore, self-solo found, all combined. I never played self-solo found, by the way. I never played Ruthless because that's a relatively recent game mode, which is like it's a hardcore difficulty basically for the Path of Exile. And yeah, so I activated all the difficulties options, and I'm gonna be real with you. This is the best fun I had in forever in Path of Exile. because I don't have to stress myself on any of the bullshit trading, you know, scamming quotation marks people with, well, trying to profit from other people and gets a currency. Constantly have the third-party software, the add-ons for trading and notifications, all sorts of like social things like that, and monitoring a market, monitoring prices, monitoring like whatever, trying to be efficient with like all this market-related stuff, right? So if you play solo fund, immediately you don't have any party, you don't have any trading, so it's banned. Nice. Such a different experience. And yes, it's been like that for many years, but I kind of like, I had no motivation basically for some reason to play like Path of Exile back then with still solo fund. And yeah, hardcore is something I would normally avoid too, especially in the past because of desyncs and most people build like aggressive builds, they just use the cheats, aka the log off macros and other things like that, so I'm not a big fan of that. But now there's no desyncs. I never had a single desync, by the way, in my like week of playing this so far. Yeah, definitely they improved a lot. They improved the game a lot since last time I played it. There's a lot of new visuals, enemies, some like so much more content than the main game in general. Yeah, like I could talk about it a lot. Yeah, but so yeah, this mode is fantastic. There's also Settlers League right now happening. It's actually the longest league ever because they're not releasing any new league because of the Path of Exile 2 focus, right? So it makes sense. In fact, this league is probably going to be extended for even multiple more months, yeah, because they don't separate focus from second game right now, right? So yeah, Settlers is also fun. The one thing I regret is it's of course it's optional thing, but because I'm playing hardcore, I cannot, like, there's these challenges I like to do, right? But there's no way I'm gonna be able to do most of them on a hardcore, like, ruthless solo found. Like, the key factor is hardcore, right? I have a strong build, I know what I'm doing, right? But, like, most of these are requiring some uber, like, I mean, look at this, like, tier 17 maps, like, uber bosses of Kalgur here with special condition of not getting hit. Are you kidding me? There's a bunch of purple red item quantity. Well, some of them you can do, yeah, like accumulating gold here, like favorite map slots. This is ridiculous, by the way, for the hardcore. Like, are you kidding me? Eldritch Expansion is also... by the way, I never fought anything like this before. Ether of Worlds, witnessed map bosses. I think it's a Maven or... By the way, for the context, I played the Path of Exile when the Uber boss was Shaper and the other dude, the corruption Shaper and oh wow, I completely forgot the name of that other thing. Well, basically the old school Atlas, yeah, like when you fight evil and good like that. And how the hell was this even thing called? Wow, well, you know what I'm talking about, right? So there was also a separate version of those bosses, an Uber version, yeah. So I fought that, I defeated that, I was pretty epic challenge. And since then, yeah, they released more super bosses, Uber bosses, yeah, like including Maven and something connected with Ether of Worlds, apparently. There's more, some crazy evil things here coming from that. So yeah, I have no idea about it, and I cannot experience these things because well, I'm gonna be honest with you, even if I become like level 90 or what's not, I don't think I can attempt any of these super bosses. Oh. But yeah, obviously if I was just playing Ruthless solo fun without hardcore, that would be a different talk. Then there's runes, which probably I can do eventually, and then there's level 90, which obviously on the Ruthless there's a severe penalty on experience after level 67, excuse me. So basically when you enter maps normally. So yeah, so the one thing I could try to do, since, you know, Path of Exile, this league is going to be still active for a lot of time, I could try to actually enter the leaderboards with my character. There's not even that many Necromancer characters alive in the current the Settlers hardcore Ruthless solo found. and people keep dying, and there's most people not playing anymore, so I can definitely catch up. Like, I don't know about the global leaderboard, but I can certainly enter probably leaderboards for the my class, which is the Necromancer. Also, I forgot to mention that this is the first time I'm actually playing Necromancer. I never played I played Occultist, and I played the other one, the Witch, the Elementalist. Yeah, so I never even played the proper, you know, Spectre builds and the Raging Spirits and what's not. So yeah, I had to learn a bit, but it's pretty self-intuitive. I didn't even read or check any YouTube videos. I just kind of like... so the thing about Ruthless is that all the gems are pretty much like the support gems are banned from buying and, you know, receiving them. So you have to get extremely lucky to get those support gems in any way. So yeah, and you have a limited amount of gems you can get from quest rewards. So it's like, okay, you play Necromancer, obviously you're gonna take like summon zombies, right? Summon skeletons, bone offering, like there's not much really choice, right? The choice only comes later once you get that special crystal thing you can trade with NPC for any non-aura like support skill, basically. Well, there's exceptions to auras, but like premium auras that cannot be purchased there for some reason. Anyway, so yeah, the Ruthless, like I recommend googling Ruthless on the PFXL wiki, like to read all the changes, like what is the like normal game mode versus Ruthless. There's a massive amount of changes. I'm not going to be talking about that, but like again, I am speaking from my heart here. This is the best experience I had in the PFXL, like. And I don't want to even come back to normal anymore. Like, yes, the Ruthless softcore leaks, sure, but yeah, I'm on top of that, yeah, having a lot of drive for the hardcore here. This is, by the way, my second character. My first one died, unfortunately, in level 65, and I understood why that happened, and I definitely did some mistakes, even though my gear was probably even slightly better. If you want to know how I died, so... There's a Settlers mechanic, yeah, when you activate the mine encounter, yeah, the ore. And so, unfortunately, I got a really unlucky combination of elites that's spawned, and basically I had the extra crit, always crit, a physical damage aura, and also the Stormcaller, which is like this constant annoying lightning thing. So I got one-shotted. Yeah, I'm really quick with activating my flasks and other things like that. But yeah, basically I got one-shotted. So it's a very unlucky combination. And yes, I did a mistake there. I was tanking instead of trying to stay away from there. Well, not tanking. I was just like I was strong. I was like basically I never even dropped 50% HP ever. Like even during boss fights. So since I was not even like expecting to get one-shotted like that, so yeah, I did some minor build mistakes there too, like since I'm again trying to mainly use combined knowledge of mine plus the PoE.ninja to analyze like what the builds are in the Ruthless hardcore, yeah, so for Necromancer, because, you know, obviously the build is extremely tanky, you're taking mostly a life and all sorts of like things like that, armor in my case, of course. I never played Witch with a high armor before, so first time for everything. And as you can see, the tree in progress here, pretty, like if you're gonna go to PoE.ninja and click on the leaderboards of this league for the Ruthless Hardcore Self-Solo Found, you're probably gonna, for the Necromancers, you're gonna see similar trees. So there's obviously variances there. There's some really sneaky advanced variances, but yeah, you need a better gear for them too, and of course more levels. And yes, let me show you my gear, I guess, while I'm here just showing what I got. So yeah, this is so the main thing about Ruthless, by the way, I should have mentioned it immediately, is that Ruthless basically gives you you got almost no drops. No drops whatsoever. Even now I'm close to the mapping, yeah, like I'm in Act 8, also 9. it's still like there's a minimum amount of drops to anything, and currency too, and everything. A lot of things are banned, yeah, in this game mode. They literally don't exist, like these things, divination cards. But yeah, check out the list of what is different in Ruthless. It's a pretty crazy and exciting game mode for sure. But yeah, you can see this is all my currency I have. I somehow got Exalted Dwarf, by the way, from the Settlers early game. Like, I guess it was extremely lucky. As you can see, I have 0 alchemy orbs, almost no chaos. Like, it's extremely frustrating, hard to get even any alchemy to begin with, and shards. And I've been using a couple of them when I can, and yeah, it's frustrating. No alterations. They the Ruthless severe nerf on alterations, and just in general crazy, awful experience for the getting any sort of items and value in the currency. Anyway, so let me show you my gear. My weapon is really basic. Also, there's no crafting table, by the way. You have to earn it by playing the Settlers League very slowly. But yeah, this is just super basic, boring minions damage increase. A lot of my gear is not even like fully like. You obviously want like what good armor, and energy shield is optional. You want HP and a couple of resists, right? And some maybe premium stuff like rarity and something nice like chaos, maybe resistance. So yeah, unfortunately, my helmet is basically trash outside of the life here. This is my best item so far right now, even though it doesn't have a life. And unfortunately, because of that 5 life per second, I cannot activate the passive tree mastery, which gives me 15% maximum life if there is no life modifier on body armor. I'm actually surprised it actually counts, damn it. But yeah, very nice. I mean, most of my other armors were extremely weak, so in terms of armor and energy shields, a fantastic piece. My shield is relatively new, double res, good HP, extra armor. No all res, no extra block, no defense against crits. By the way, this is actually what I was missing. I did a mistake of not investing to defending against crits, taking less damage from them. That was pretty much reason why I died, probably. My boots, the Recombinator crafted those boots. 25% movement speed. It's off type for me, but I don't care. Triple res, 25 movement. It's insanely premium. Like, I've been playing since, two characters for the, still in the campaign, and you never get any boots, pretty much. Yellow boots with the speed, so yeah, you gotta well, you can get them eventually from the shipment mechanic, yeah, but in Settlers. But yeah, I'm happy with these ones so far. Very, very nice. My build is extremely basic. I spent all my alterations to get this life roll. Again, nothing too fancy, but hey, life is life. This is complete trash also, literally just a placeholder here with 4 sockets plus life, and that's it. So you see blue items everywhere. The same goes with this ring. Is like a decent roll, of course, on well, decent tier 2 life here, actually. It's definitely good roll on life, and yeah, nothing really interesting. And intelligence is a wasted stat, obviously. And this ring is also kind of mid, because yes, it's a good base, mid the roll on a life, and everything else, well, lightning resistance a little bit, and everything else doesn't matter really. So yeah, a lot of improvements still could be happening, but even if you look at the PoE Ninja or any other site where they analyze the builds, if you check out the top tier Necromancers, like top 10, top 20, whatever, you're gonna see a lot of scuff in equipment, and you gotta. This is why this game mode is super exciting. You just have to completely adapt to what you have, and do the best with all your drops, currency, and interactions with mechanics. As I'm playing on hardcore, also on top of that, I cannot really interact with a lot of. I'm skipping a lot of like leaks mechanics. For example, I don't do the ultimatums. I don't do rituals. By the way, if you're a Path of Exile player, write down in the comments which, once I enter the mapping, definitely what are the most rippy, not even like bosses and maps, like what is the most rippy in your opinion, the integrated leak mechanics for such challenge? Ruthless, hardcore, self-solo found. because I definitely want to, like, yeah, you can, it just, if I was not on hardcore, sure, I will do everything, but like, there's no reason to risk like some stupid like ritual where you literally locked yourself into the circle. I mean, maybe delirium is also dangerous, I don't know, like, I'm just like confident that I'm strong right now and I can survive. I have insane life leech, life regeneration. So like, but yeah, like I would like to know maybe what's ahead of me is a pretty Rippy. Anyway, there is my amulet is pathetic, like literally pathetic trash. I never got any amulet in this campaign really. I tried to get, I spent like 5 alchemy, I think, in 4 scourings, which yeah, it hurt me. I never got any. Like, there's so many trash mods on this. Yeah, and I mean, I was getting other trash amulets. So basically it's rarity and 11% cold resist. Everything else is like, whatever. Cast speed is okay, but I don't really need it as a Necromancer. So no life, no premium stuff here that actually helps. It's pathetic. Yeah, so definitely some 50% of pieces of here gear is definitely, you can tell that I can get better. Hopefully with the recombinator, and you see I'm already collecting here. I have a tab here for the combo, collecting all sorts of boots and other items that slowly, because yeah, definitely a strong mechanic. First time seeing it. Apparently there was an entire leak with this combinator and it was super OP. But yeah, I skipped, like I said, last week I played pretty balls deep, as you can see by my statues here, was Incursion. Also, yeah, you see I have a Bestiary. I don't know how it happened, but I was so excited to play Exile back then. Maybe there was some update to Atlas or whatever. I don't even remember if the Shaper and his brother was there, like, but... The Bestiary is probably arguably one of the worst leagues ever, but I still played it like a maniac and got all the challenges there. Man, this, like, the Bestiary is changed and integrated into core game a little bit differently. Man, this Pokemon balls and like trying to capture. Oh man, in trading beasts with other players, and oh my god, what is this? Since then, they definitely released way more exciting things. But yeah, I definitely said that I missed some banger stuff like Delph on a release and many other legendary leagues. Anyway, so what I showed my gear. What else? I can show my skills. I mean, yeah, the support skills, support gems are disaster unless you farm. Like, unfortunately, doing labs and it's pretty slow and there's difficulty, obviously. So, the best way to get gems is basically using Divine Font in Labyrinth. You can trade the gems into the different gem with the same color. Or you can use like alternative transmographet or whatever it's called. Yeah, basically like a special version of the gem. I have. Lightning Golem of Hordes, for example, instead of the default one, which amazing for my build because, you know, 3 golems instead of 1, so I can bypass that limit with that. And again, I never played Path of Exile even when these alternative skills that was not a thing when I last time played it, so it's also a brand new mechanic for me. But luckily for my build, generally speaking, I don't really need any alternative skills here. And yeah, the supports are pretty cringe / scuff. Like, look at this. I have Summon a Raging Spirit, and my support is Bleeds, Chance to Bleed, and Elemental Focus. In my previous character, I had a better support, I guess. I had a critical extra chance, which is still bad, but like something. I never, like, I have 2 characters, 65 level plus, and I never got a single yet a minion-based support skill that is actually good. I think there was like a minion-based support, but it's like different thing. Infernal Legion support, yeah. A lot of skills I actually never even seen before. Yeah, so I don't have a single good minion support skill so far. That is awful. And my Spectre, Zombie, and Skeletons are connected to physical to lightning support, just so I can get a little extra damage, I guess. But yeah, everything else is not even connected to anything. It just scales here. I don't have even automation, so my molten shell is not even activated. I'm just leveling it up. I don't have a discipline. I don't have clarity. I don't have other hours. Vitality was giving. I traded with crystal from quest reward. So my last character got lucky. I dropped discipline. It's a little bit extra shield, whatever, but it's hour for other minions, and since I have like a 40% of the total HP on my minions gets transferred into the energy shield. Yeah, not transferred but created. So yeah, they're extremely tanky with that. So again, discipline would be useful. Yeah, well. It's okay, we'll hopefully get that. So basically, do you guys want to see in a future updated like blogs, kind of like a blog video like this one, my describing my progress or whatever happened in this adventure of this character? Again, since I'm a hardcore Ruthless solo found, unfortunately I cannot really have a chance. Like I'm not going to be attempting any of these extremely rippy and dangerous bosses, right? So I don't even know how rippy like yellow maps are really, or anything in that regard. I gotta get better gear and what's not too, and like eventually I'll probably get into some walls. But yeah, the most important thing, I think I got the idea myself which integrated leak mechanics I should avoid. Like I said, the ultimatum, ritual, some other things. Like I think the safe mechanic is, and it's a very useful mechanic. Leak is this blight poison stuff, like a tower defense, because it's a really safe one. I think it's safe at least. And I seen on builds, people somehow connect. They can take like nodes from far away. I don't know anything about the blights. Apparently these tubes that you can augment past, like so many mechanics, so many things that I don't even understand it. Like what is this these things, cluster jewels that you get from these white portals, delirium I believe it's called, or like my build doesn't even have a single jewel slot, so I don't have idea. Besides, isn't it bad? Like you put this in a jewel which you need to spend points, and then you unlock like, let's say, more passive skills, and you have to spend points there. It's like, well, again, it's an early game drop, so maybe this is bad, but like, yeah, some things are, and also since I'm in a campaign, obviously some mechanics of the leak are more opened as you go to the maps instead of, because that's how usually leaks are working. Like for example, incursion is not even spawned anywhere yet for me. And yeah. So again, just to recap, I'm playing Path of Exile 1 right now, the Settlers League. I started a week ago or so, and this is my second character. This character goes really well, super tanky, really happy with the results. And I kind of want to play until the Path of Exile 2 release. But I will be playing also the Girls Frontline 2 to see how it is. Also, I recommend, don't install Steam version, by the way, if you also want to try that game, because there's a separate publisher. There might be some unfortunate changes, and also you will not be able to play with like other cross-platform players if they're on different like client and publisher. Just install the one on the official site, or if you're on a mobile, you click on a mobile app. On Steam, there's a different publisher, and who knows what they might change there and also. So yeah, that's all I know. I'm gonna be going blind. I don't know any guides. I don't know any waifus. I don't know anything from China version, the Girls Frontline 2. So that should be cool to experience. And yeah. And if you're also excited for Path of Exile 2, definitely you are welcome to come to my... I mean, everybody is gonna be streaming Path of Exile 2, I get it, but this is my calling. I gotta do it too. And if you want to have a conversation with me or other players about Path of Exile, there's a channel dedicated to it at my Discord server. If you're not there already, you can also, if you're like experienced player in Path of Exile, you can assist me maybe with some useful information after watching this video, and we can talk, and yeah. And most importantly, tell me if you guys want to see more of these blog kind of like videos in the future about my Path of Exile progress, because I'm not going to be uploading any like 10-hour gameplay session or whatever. Yeah, like it's Alright. TorNis signing out, and I am extremely satisfied and happy, and like again, I'm repeating myself, but this is the best experience I had in Path of Exile. One ruthless, self-solo found, hardcore. Let's go.